Hey everybody, Joe Zero here. Welcome to another Wastelands Wednesday. Recently I did a challenge for Jim Silva's Winter in the Wastelands 3. The theme this year was road trip. Construct a vehicle or vehicles for 4 people to travel through the wintry wastelands. So I grabbed this Euro hauler set. I don't usually get these because they're expensive and they're big and hard to store. There's also like one car you want and it doesn't justify the price of having it. And then you got a bunch of loose cars if you open it. So, hey, it's what it is. But we're going to take a look at it. So we got this Euro hauler and a really cool wraparound diorama desert racetrack kind of thing. I'm not sure where in Europe that would be, but okay. If you know, leave it in the comments. But yeah, it's got an Audi, so that was also a cool draw. So 2 out of 4 isn't bad. So as you can see here, they're all rubber banded in place. So I want to get this Euro hauler, or the big bus, out. I'm just going to call it the bus. Leave me alone. Lots of rubber bands in the wheels. Come on, let go. Let go. Be right back. So now we got it all loosed up. Let's take a look at it and see what we got to work with here. It's very big. It's very black. Has some really cool orange wheels, or I guess that's their faux gold. Okay, it's got some nice weight. It's a roller, which is cool, I reckon. And it's held in place with 2 posts. Alright, so we got it drilled apart. I'm going to take a look at the insides of it. Like this rear loading ramp. A diamond deck look to it. Very cool. Let's see what we got here. Well, what do you know? It's an El Segundo coupe. It actually kind of matches and looks good. This will be a nice display piece, except I'm going to ruin this bus. So anyhow, let's see what we got to work with. There's the big shell. Okay. Metal sides. Plastic roof. There's the glass, which is kind of a nice smoky clear. Okay. Got the mid base, which is plastic, detailed interior. Big comfy seats for the long distance haul. Okay. Tires, which are just held in place by a pressure fit. Very nice. I think I'll use those in another custom. And the rear door. Very interesting. It's got diamond plate on one side and ridge on the other. Big metal base. So I mentioned earlier it's got a plastic roof with a metal midsection that's held in place by pressure fit tabs. Sounds pretty good and looks even better. We're going to strip this thing down. For a project this big, I can't soak it, so I got my aircraft paint stripper, which is also good for Hot Wheels. In a well-ventilated area, we just start to brush it on liberally and watch the magic happen.
You're a writer.
And after a couple of minutes here, after the whole thing all slopped up, you can see it's already starting to bubble the paint and take it off in spots, so groovy. Now this plastic base with this little gold tampos proved troublesome. Try to remove it with a variety of different things, some simple clean, some acetone, brake fluid. Not much luck, but hey, some sandpaper took care of a lot of the Hot Wheels logos. The rest I'll leave in place and just paint over it. Yeah, brake fluid, tried that. This one here on the roof, well, that's bigger and more troublesome, so I'll have to figure something out for that. You know, maybe some sandpaper, scratchy. Or I got some other ideas for it too. But that being what it is, let's just kind of put it back together and kind of see what I got to work with here. I was even stubborn on some of that metal, honestly, so yeah. Go Hot Wheels Premiums. That just snaps back into place. And the bus. Go Greyhound. Think I'll put some bars across the windshield and keep the glass in there. Maybe something on the roof. In fact, I've got this guy right here from one of my weird mystery grab bags. I'll take this water tanker and use that for a fuel reserve so they can take the gas with them. And with a little luck, and yeah, that fits just about perfect. Except it's upside down, so yeah, customs. And here we got just a loose mock-up. I'm going to use those wheels from the water tanker, which look pretty off-roady, so coming along. Alrighty then, we broke out the hot glue gun and got the tank on top. Kind of tack that in place. Here's a little trick, watch this. Just going to do a little tapping or dibble-dabble on it, and that kind of makes it look like welding beads. So yeah, that. It's all smooth, gives it some texture, you know. And here we are mocking it up again, a little test fitting. Got the wheels on it now, made some axle tubes for that. She's a roller, oh boy. Yeah, so I want to make sure I get everything right before I put a bunch of work into it and realize I messed something up right at the end. Like I've done that. So now it's time to consider weapons options. I've got this weird little tank. It's a Zuru Metal Machines casting, and I think the turret will be good for it. So let's see, we got a metal base on it right there. I like the tanks, let me use those. Some plastic body with treads, pretty decent tires actually. Go figure. There's the more tread portion. Okay. Here's the tank, plastic everything. Super plasticky gun. I gotta clip that out and remove the turret, but I think that'll work. Yeah. Got that piece freed up. So, turret's off. Pretty good fit. Can rotate. Not sure if I'm gonna make it turn or not, but that's the idea. And I'm gonna do something different with the gun because this thing is weak and anemic and looks just ridiculously small. Scale is important. Been using my hot glue gun here to just kind of slowly add little pieces of junk and bits and whatnot to it. Like these engines. That little cable that came from the gun warming up just shot out a nice little rope, so I said that'll make a cool cable. There's got my axle tubes. And I repurposed this turret with a big gun from a Final Faction set. So that's a little more impressive firepower. And then we'll get that mounted in place. And it's starting to take shape. Now it's got to work out what to do with the sides of this thing. So, the old Final Faction stuff, thanks Dollar Tree. I'm going to throw that at it. See what I can come up with. And here we go. You got some junky bits and side exhausts, power exchangers, barred windows, some other stuff that I found, some this and that and scraps and doodah, cardboard armor. Pretty cool. Got my glove on, we're gonna prime this. So time for paint, we got black, gray, and white. You may remember I've done some previous camouflage patterns like this in episodes 33 and 35, so check that out. It was leading up to this. I've been secretly building my team for the winter road trip. So, got the ash gray knocked in. Time to move on to the white. Coming along pretty cool. Got all my white done in. Getting that nice camo striping going on. About to move on to the metallics now. Get some good coverage. So yeah. So now we got all the metallics in place. Time for some weathering, fine detail, and grime. And then we'll be off to glamour shots. Alright. And here you go. The rig. Ready for a winter in the Wastelands road trip. I want to thank Jim Silva for throwing this challenge out there. Super cool, good time, fun. Definitely big enough for 4 people to traverse the wastes. But I got my ancillary vehicles like the Honda Civic Scout Custom for advanced reconnaissance. And the Wasteland Rover. They can use that for supply missions. Also tow it behind the bus with the rig whenever they're all rolling out, camp out for the night. I'll put a link in the description with the video for the whole story of the winter Wastelands road trip. Anywho, hope you liked it. Until the next one, guys, take care, peace, love, and good happiness stuff. Stay warm, and God bless.